Yo, what's up, guys? Happy Thursday. Can you believe it is the first of the month? Shout out to Bone Thugs for that forever classic. First of the month. Y'all know what it is. I am Mykell Mathieu here to give you your favorite show in the whole wide world. Y'all know it is The Breaks. These are the breaks. You know what it is. I thank you guys so much for joining me on this very special day, the 1st of June. It is so much fun because it's NBA Finals time. As we all know, this past weekend, this past Saturday, while the Nuggets have been waiting a long time after sweeping my Lakers, the Miami Heat, they shocked me. I told you on this show it was no way that they can win 3 games in Boston, but they did it. They took care of business, and you have to be proud of that team after taking that L that they took in Game 6 on that putback at the buzzer. For them to do what they did in Boston to pick up a third victory there was amazing. Just in case you were stuck under a rock or lost in a cave, 103-84 victory. Jimmy Butler did his thing with 28 points. Boom. Caleb Martin, who should have been the Finals MVP. I know Butler had some big moments, especially early in the season. Caleb Martin was solid throughout and did his part. That should have been the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. But hell, I know they're happy to be in the finals. And Boston landed on their face. Their leading scorer, 19 points. No one even scoring 20 points in that game in such a big game. A tough loss for Boston.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, exactly that. They will not be getting their 18th championship, just like my Lakers. But, man, tough defeat there to lose at home. Like I said, losing 3 times in Boston. No one could have predicted that would happen. But now it's time. It is the NBA Finals. The 2 best teams of the season of the Western Conference, of the Eastern Conference, are meeting up. And I'm going to say it right now. Before I make my picks and all of that, we're going to talk a little bit about what's going to happen in this Finals, or what could happen or what should happen. But I'm going to say this right now. If the Miami Heat find a way to win this championship, it is the greatest run in NBA playoff history. Like, think about it. They upset the Bucks. And I know you're going to say that Giannis was out, but he did play some games. Miami took care of business. They beat New York. They were able to go into the Garden and pick up a victory to get them out of here, to beat the Knicks. And then they beat Boston, that no one, including myself, expected to happen. And to beat Denver, the number 1 team from the Western Conference, a team with probably the best player in the NBA as of today, it will be the greatest run that we ever seen, in NBA playoff history, greater than anything that Jordan gave us. LeBron, Kobe, Magic, the greatest thing, seeing this 8th seed win a championship. But here's what needs to happen for them to do exactly that. I think that this series is going to come down to who is going to win on the wing. Just like in the Lakers series, Jokic is going to be Jokic. He's going to put up big numbers. Bam just has to do his very best to make it tough. And then on the offensive end, make him work by, Bam being aggressive and making things happen. But it's going to come down to the wings. Will Jimmy Butler and his guys outplay Jamal Murray, Brett Brown, MPJ, KCP, and those guys? Because the Lakers didn't step up. LeBron, Austin Reeves, and those guys, they didn't step up to make it happen. D'Lo, who we're going to talk about later, didn't step up. So it's going to be up to Miami. If Jimmy Butler is clearly the best wing in this series on both ends of the floor, and guys like Strauss does his part, Duncan Robinson is knocking down shots, Vincent is knocking down shots, and they look better on the wing part of the game, because down low they have nothing to match up with Jokic. Hell, I don't think anybody in the NBA has anything to match up with Jokic. Maybe Embiid, because he can defend a little bit and make them work. But it's going to come down to the wings, and whichever team's wings perform the best, that's who I believe is going to win the NBA Finals. Will the 8 or 9 games off for the Nuggets cost them a game, you know? They don't want to be tied up after 4 games. They want to try to take care of business, win both games there in Denver, and then, win a game in Miami, be up 3-1. Then I believe they will have anything in control. But if you go into Game 5 in a tied series with only 3 games, I am going to trust in Jimmy Butler and those guys to do their part to try to bring another championship to Miami. So it's going to be very, very special if the Miami Heat can take one of these games, because the Denver Nuggets had so much time off because they swept the Lakers. So I hope that it doesn't come back to bite them. But we shall see, starting tonight. Can Caleb Martin keep it going? Right now, we already know who the best players are for the Nuggets. You have Jokic, you have Murray. And if you can have Jimmy Butler, pick it up, stay more consistent, I don't think he's going against an ass defensive team in Boston against the Nuggets, or if he can keep it going. But if Caleb Martin can be that second guy and continue to play well, the guy, like I said earlier, should have won the Eastern Conference Finals MVP. If he can be that guy in the finals, it gives the Miami Heat a fighting chance. But that's not only it. You have Tyler Hero. The word is that he can be back around Game 3. He is a guy that we know is a fire starter. He can come in and give you bucket after bucket when his game is on. He is another guy that can knock down shots to help open up space for Jimmy Butler, for Bam Adebayo. So he is going to be a guy you have to look out for. And when he returns Game 3, or will he be a negative impact? Could he be somebody who dribble too much, throw off the rotation, and kind of hurt the Miami Heat? I think that he is the biggest X factor of this series, because if he comes back and it's 1-1 and he comes out and ball, I think that Miami has a great chance to winning the NBA championship. Or if he comes back and he's just not that guy and they try to force feed him minutes, force feed him shots, and he stunts everything that Miami has going, that he can hurt them and they can be out of here in 5 games. And it's going to come down to, of course, the superstar matchups. We love the superstar matchup, the big name matchups, because I can't really say there's too many superstars. Jokic, 2-time MVP, he has to be a superstar. Jimmy Butler, he's almost there. This performance this season is putting him close to that status. But this is going to be a interesting finals, because it's not going to be about the names. I see a lot of people out there, Twitter world, Instagram, talking about this is going to be a boring series. No, it's not. If you are a real basketball fan, if you are a basketball purist, it's going to be great basketball, because you have a really great offensive team in the Nuggets versus a team that depends on their defense and their toughness and their swag to beat you in the Miami Heat. It is going to be fun. Of course, we would have loved to see this Lakers versus the Celtics, the battle for number 18. But that should let you know the script theory is dead. Let it go, because you had the perfect finals set up, but it's not here. So we're going to have to tune into this Miami Heat Denver Nuggets final, and it's going to be some great basketball. But I can't wait to see it, man. See the Bam and Jokic matchup. See the Jimmy Butler matchup with Jamal Murray. Is going to be fun. And I have the Denver Nuggets in 6. I believe that they have the best team all around in the NBA. Jokic, like I said before, is playing like the best player in the NBA. And, they're just hot. You got Brett Brown, who has been looking good during the playoffs, who may get a payday. KCP is knocking down shots, playing great defense, looking like the guy that helped the Lakers win the championship in 2020. Jamal Murray is the reason why this team is over the top, because Jokic was Jokic last year, but they didn't have a healthy Jamal Murray, and this guy is playing some very inspiring basketball. So the Denver Nuggets are the team that I believe that is going to win the NBA Finals in 6 games. So you guys let me know what you think about my choice. Am I wrong? Am I right? Of course, Jokic is going to be Finals MVP if they win. But you tell me. Don't forget to comment down below and let me know what you think. But I got the Nuggets, baby. So before you guys go anywhere, get ready. Go get your break. Go get your snacks, your water before you have to do whatever the rest of the day. And come back to me and enjoy the rest of your favorite show.
United One Protection Services. With over 30 years of experience, United One Protection Services has more expertise and knowledge than the other security companies combined. Residential, commercial, municipal, or institutional, United One Protection Services does more than just security. We protect your livelihood. United One Protection Services.
Profanity Nation. A podcast for the fans, by the fans. Dive deep into the topics the other shows miss, raw and uncensored.
And he's going to play team ball. His legacy is at stake.
Rare, hard-hitting interviews with players, coaches, and you, the super fans.
I'm not hating. I'm like, okay, cool. Good.
3 championships in 5 years. He's more than good, bro.
Profanity Nation. Listen live or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Powered by Jesse Brown of Keller Williams.
Welcome back, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed your break. Y'all already know who I am, Mykell Mathieu. It is Thursday, June 1st, and it's here for more breaks for you, baby. So I got to keep it on the hoops. I have to talk about the Celtics, who suffered that tough loss Saturday. What's next for them? What do they do next? Tatum and Brown have played 71 playoff games together, which is crazy. Some people are out there saying the only reason why they lost is because Tatum hurt his ankle. It's a part of the game. We already seen people get hurt. We seen people play through injuries and pick up big victories. It is a part of the game. They just didn't do enough to win. I know it sucks, but it is a part of the game, and now they're a part of the offseason. They went fishing, like, you know, the guys at TNT said, and they have to figure out what's going to happen next. You know, they may lose 3 assistants to the Houston Rockets, to Adoka over there. So it's going to be interesting. Do they decide to pay Jaylen Brown? Like, do they decide to get this guy to max? He's eligible for 5 years, $295 million. Should they make him the highest paid player in the history of the NBA? I would say no. But I don't think that you give up, you know, going back and forth with myself, I don't think that you can give up on this duo. Next year, I believe they're going to be 26 and 27, and that's the age that Steph and Clay were able to win the championship. I believe LeBron was like 27 when he got his first ring. So I would give them another opportunity to do so. So if you can, maybe you give Jaylen Brown a big contract and for 2 years and say, hey, we want to throw you this bag and, you know, play 2 years and let's see what happens. But it's going to be about the others. They still need a point guard to really handle the ball. I know Malcolm Brogdon was a 6th man of the year, but he's not the playmaker that they need to make everything easier for the 2 guys with the Celtics. Hell, they need a guy like a Rajon Rondo who they had many years ago, but finding a younger version of that, I think that will help them out a lot. But it's going to be very interesting what they do next. But to keep it on the hardwood, got to talk about the Lakers. I'm in LA, the most beautiful place in the world, even though it's close, it's summertime, but it's no sun. What is going on, LA? But sound like the Lakers may be done with D'Lo. They may look in many different ways, signing and trading him to whichever team. I'm hearing Fred VanVleet is a name from the Toronto Raptors that's being talked about. So the Lakers looks like they want to move on from D'Lo, which kind of sucks because you were wondering what this team get a training camp together and how would they look, but it's not going to happen. Do we like it, LA? Do we like Fred VanVleet as the guy to come in to play with AD and LeBron? Can he help put the Lakers over the top? I'm not sure. I haven't really seen him play big-time basketball since maybe the bubble or since 2019 when they won the championship with Kawhi Leonard. I'm not sure, but maybe you guys have the answer. Pelinka knows, so I know he has a plan in place, but it's going to be interesting to see what happened there. But just to go away from the NBA, I have to talk a little bit of the WNBA. And I just have to talk about one thing and one thing only. That is the Las Vegas Aces. They are clearly the class of the WNBA. There is no stopping this team. They're 4-0, the only undefeated team in the league, winning games by an average of 24 points. I was there at their toughest game of the year where it looked like they were going to take an L, but they were able to come back and dominate the second half versus the Los Angeles Sparks. And they are balling. Asia Wilson, baller. MVP, Defensive Player of the Year. Candace Parker, baller. Kelsey Plum, Chelsea Gray, and Jackie Young, who is playing some inspiring, amazing basketball. She's averaging 23 points a game. She is a hooper. I don't see anybody beating them. I'm not saying they're going undefeated or anything like that. Playing 40 games, or 40 plus games is going to be really, really tough, but it is going to be hard to beat this team in the playoffs, in the playoff season. So if you haven't tapped in to the WNBA season yet, you need to watch a Las Vegas Aces game because they have some ballers. I'm watching you ladies and keep looking amazing. So I got to take you from the hardwood to the gridiron, baby. We're getting closer and closer to football. We have about 97 days left until the football season. I am so excited because my Chiefs are the defending champions, but I have to know, are we going to break it or leave it? And this break it or leave it segment, we're going to talk about the new kickoff rules. If you don't know what the rules are, all fair catches will be spotted at the 25-yard line, meaning if you kick a kick and that ball floats in the air, usually if a guy catches it at around the 5-yard line or even inside, that you have to try to return it. Now the rule is, hey, fair catch, you get it automatically at the 25. A lot of guys aren't a fan of this rule. Travis Kelce, Tommy Townsend of the Chiefs talked about it, many others. Even the great Matthew Slater for the Patriots talked about how he hates this rule and wish that they would go back to the old ways. He's saying, you guys are talking about all this health stuff, but you make us play Thursday night football. What are we talking about? You make them play Thursday night football, and now you want to say it's all about their health. It is nonsense. I am with you, Matthew Slater. I think that we should break it. Let's go back to the old rules. You guys let me know down below in the comments. Should we break it or leave it? The new kickoff rules, man. So I got to talk some more football. You got guys talking smack still. I know it's getting close to the season. Tyler Boyd is one of those guys. He claims that the Bengals would have beat the Chiefs if he didn't get hurt in that AFC Championship game there in Arrowhead. He had 2 catches for 40 yards. He had a big first down catch, that led to his injury. I'm going to say this. I don't believe none of it. I believe that the Chiefs were going to win that game no matter what. They were the better team. They were inspired from all the mess that, their mayor were talking about, the fans have been talking about. I believe that the Chiefs win, but we can't do no what ifs. It's all about what happened, what we saw, and we saw the Chiefs take care of business and go on to win another Super Bowl. But I can't wait for that matchup. I believe it's January 1st. Chiefs-Bengals. We might have the new rivalry of the NFL. So you guys let me know, was Tyler Boyd right? Would the Bengals have won the Super Bowl or beat the Chiefs if he would have played? I don't think he's that important. Really good player, but not that guy when it comes to the football game. DeAndre Hopkins, he is a free agent. He still hasn't made his choice yet, but I'm going to give you 3 teams that should be at the top of his list really quick. Number 1, of course, the Kansas City Chiefs. They need a number 1 guy after losing Juju. They got Travis Kelce. They got weapons. He will get the touches that he wants. He will be able to play with a lot of talent. And he has a chance to win a Super Bowl because his team just did it. Why go anywhere else? Unless it's all about the Bucs, and I can understand. But if you want to win, D-Hop, sign with the Kansas City Chiefs. Number 2, the Buffalo Bills, a team that is close, that may be missing that piece. Can you imagine Stephon Diggs, DeAndre Hopkins, Gabriel Davis with Josh Allen? It will be amazing for them, but it's not all they need. They're hoping Von Miller returns and helps with that pass rush. They have to figure out running the ball without it being Josh Allen, but if you give them D-Hop, that will make them an amazing passing offense, which will be unstoppable. Scary, scary, scary. I hope it doesn't happen, but if it does, oh my. Number 3, this is the dark horse team. Why not go and play with your old guy? Go to the Cleveland Browns. I know Joakim Noah told us many, many years ago that nobody wants to live in Cleveland. But, hey, it's money over there. You have Deshaun Watson, who you have, played with and were a Pro Bowler and All-Pro with. They have Amari Cooper over there. They have a great running back in the backfield. It will be really, really wise of you to take a look at the Browns. But you let me know, what do you feel? And, I need a break, so I know that you guys need a break. But make sure you return because I have more for you here with the breaks, baby.
Profanity Nation. A podcast for the fans, by the fans. Dive deep into the topics the other shows miss. Raw and uncensored.
And he's going to play team ball. His legacy is at stake.
Rare, hard-hitting interviews with players, coaches, and you, the super fans.
I'm not hating. I'm like, okay, cool. Good.
3 championships in 5 years. He's more than good, bro.
Profanity Nation. Listen live or subscribe on your favorite podcast platform. Powered by Jesse Brown of Keller Williams.
United One Protection Services. With over 30 years of experience, United One Protection Services has more expertise and knowledge than the other security companies combined. Residential, commercial, municipal, or institutional, United One Protection Services does more than just security. We protect your livelihood. United One Protection Services.
Welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed your break. We're almost done, so you can do whatever you need to do the rest of your day. But I'm here to tell you that NFL football is almost back. So is college football. Where were my college football fans at? Another great season last year that's going to lead to another great season this year. So the ESPN and ABC has dropped their slate of games, and just looking at it here, a lot of great matchups. Thursday, August 31st, you got Florida at Utah, which is going to be great. Louisville, Georgia Tech on that Friday. Saturday, UCLA opens their season, which is going to be, big time. Let's see if they can keep it going with Chip Kelly leading the way there. Then you have Sunday, LSU, Florida State gave us an amazing game last year, the 1-point victory by Florida State, and everybody are expecting LSU and Florida State to be two teams that can possibly make a run for the college football playoffs. So I'm excited that ESPN released this early season slate. It's going to be another great season. I can't wait to see it, especially when it comes to these boys out here in L.A., the Trojans, the Heisman winner trying to go for a back-to-back, Caleb Williams. It is going to be a great college football season. I can't wait. But I got to talk about people breaking the rules because people do it every day. And these two guys, NBA guys, are just going crazy. We're going to start off with Jeff Van Gundy, who, when asked how could the NBA fix itself, said some of the craziest things. Children say the darndest things. Sometimes some adults say it too. But this is what he said. He said, eliminate free throws until the last 4 minutes. If you get fouled on a shooting foul, you just get the points. You don't go to the line, and you don't go to the line for technical free throws. They're just points. Then I would eliminate halftime. I think halftime is the biggest waste of time, or I reduce it to 5 minutes so you can go to the bathroom and come back out. What are you talking about, Jeff Van Gundy? You don't give away points. People have to practice free throws. You can't make the game easier. If God can't make a free throw, let's see that he can do it throughout the game. We talked about Giannis scoring 50 in the NBA Finals a couple years ago. A lot of it was at the charity stripe. So I don't ever believe in giving easy points. Do you do it in the summer league? Yes, you can do it in the summer league because these games don't really count. But when it comes to the big-time games, you telling me people don't really have to practice free throws? A lot of bigs don't get the ball in the last 4 minutes. That's when it's really up to your best guard. So can bigs just not practice the free throw shot? It is dumb. It is asinine. It is terrible. That's why, Jeff Van Gundy, you are breaking the rules. But I'm not done. There's another guy who's breaking the rules. His name is Josh Hart. And he said something crazy on Twitter where he asked a question. He says, have y'all ever tasted y'all significant other's breast milk asking for a friend? What are you talking about, Josh Hart? And believe me, I'm a guy that loves breasts. I love ladies' breasts. I love chicken breasts. But come on, tasting your significant other's breast milk? That is not for us, man. That is for the babies. And we love the babies. So, Josh Hart, you are breaking the rules, man. So it's time to move on because, you know, those two things kind of broke my heart too. Talking about drinking breast milk. Can you believe that, guys? Do people do that out there? Like, is that a thing, Jeff? Is that a thing out here? Are people just drinking breast milk? I have no idea. But it's time to break out with yours truly, Mykell here. The Little Mermaid movie is out. I'm hearing, you know, mixed signals. Some people love it, some people hate it. But go and check it out for yourself. I wasn't able to see it yet, but my nieces, they said they love the movie. So I'm going to have to check it out soon. I hate when people try to tell you, oh, this is trash, don't go and watch it. You watch it yourself, and it's an amazing movie. Shut up, people. Just let people decide for themselves what they want to do, and then they can decide whether they like it or not. So Little Mermaid, you're going to go out there and support Halle Bailey because, you know, some people are saying she did a great job, and you just got to support the up-and-comers. The new Spider-Man movie, you see why I'm wearing this shirt? I got to rock it. I'm a big Marvel fan. We talk about it every week. Spider-Man is probably my favorite superhero of all time. He has the new movie coming out. It's a cartoon movie. It's called The Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. It's going to drop this weekend. It's going to be so dope. I can't wait. I love everything that Marvel does. So for you guys that are hating, you are just haters, and I have to give a shout-out. Speaking of the Spider-Man movie, the song Sunflower, the #1 hit single from the first movie when it comes to this Spider-Man, when it comes to the multiverse and things like that. Sunflower by Sway Lee and Post Malone is now the highest certified single ever, by now going 18 times platinum. Amazing song. If you haven't heard it, it's just vibes all the way around. I can listen to it whenever, however. It's a dope song. It's one of those songs that you want to be cruising by the beach and just letting it play. But wow, 18 times platinum is an amazing feat. So shout out to you two, Sway Lee, Post Malone. Dope thing. Kendrick Lamar. He is in the news because he's dropped another track. I'm a huge Kendrick Lamar fan, the Compton native. PG Lang doing his thing with his cousin Baby Keem. They got a new song called The Hillbillies. Really dope. Go and tap in. You know, tell me what you think about it. Tell me what you feel. Do you love it? Do you hate it? I think it's a song that's going to grow on you the more that you listen to it. But being a Kendrick Lamar fan, I'm just happy that he's once again having fun. If you listen to his last couple of albums, you can tell he's kind of been going through some things. Dope track. The video is really dope. They're right there in front of Dodger Stadium, in Dodger Stadium. And you get a cameo by Tyler, the Creator. Really dope video. And I got to give a shout out to Barry Bonds because he's going to have a documentary coming soon. HBO and the Words Plus production are going to be starting this documentary about Barry Bonds. I'm going to be tapped in. He is a guy that I feel should be in the Hall of Fame. I know the whole steroids thing. Everybody in that era was taking steroids. Probably even the ball boy was taking steroids. Baseball, MLB. So hopefully someday he can get into the Hall of Fame. But yeah, they're going to have a documentary about him that's going to be really dope. He's somebody that had people watching baseball. It was Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa, what they were doing. And Barry Bonds, whether you're a fan or not, you just wanted to see this dude hit home runs into, you know, the water there in San Francisco. You wanted to see if he can hit 80 home runs, and he came very close to it. So be on the lookout for that documentary. But man, I'm so excited because the NBA Finals is here today. It is going to be some great basketball. I'm going to be tuning in to every single game. If you're a real hoop fan, you don't want to miss it. Let's see what Jokic can do. Let's see what Jimmy Butler can do. Hell, it's WNBA basketball that's still out there, ladies and gents. Go and tap in. Go and check it out. If a team is in your city, go buy a game. I'm telling you, the games are so much more fun when you're in the building, just like going to a Laker or Clipper game in LA. Going to a Sparks game is amazing. But I thank you guys. I hope that you guys have a great start to your month. June already. June 1st, have a great month. Don't forget, I will be back next week with more heat. Make sure that you check out all of the other episodes of The Breaks. Check out everything. Infinity Television. It's a lot of great work. And be back next week. I'm your favorite personality, right? Mykell Mathieu. Make sure you follow me. Instagram, Twitter, at Mykell the PG. Hey, I'll catch you guys next week. Peace!